I am thoroughly upset. All 4 of you men didn't notice my haircut.
Your hair looks very good. I've noticed it forever.
I can't tell. It's grainy video. I'm sorry.
It is on your head. Yes, there's hair. Hello, friends. My name is Jackson Chandler, and you're listening to the Sins of the Father podcast. I did just walk into work today and started talking to Christian and plugged our own show.
He did. It was like, what? I was like, what are you? No.
I'm doing this podcast.
It was like I said something and then I was like, and blah, 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 Sins of the Father, part of the Misconceptions Podcast Network.
Like, oh, what's that?
Who did you plug this with?
To me.
Christian.
To Christian?
It was just me and Christian, yeah.
He plugged it to me. I was like, what?
I don't know if you know this, Christian, but I'm doing a podcast called Sins of the Father.
Really?
I was like, it's not as cool as Sins of the Father, part of the Misconceptions Podcast Network.
God. I'm still so mad that J.A. Jantz book came out literally the same week we launched the podcast.
I am also upset. We will find them and kill them.
The author J.A. Jantz released a book the same week we launched the podcast called Sins of the Fathers.
Damn it, Mr. Jantz.
I know.
Damn
I was
it.
like,
Screw that guy.
Yeah. Screw J.A. Jantz. I'm not buying any more of his Jantz products again. He can go Jantz himself right in his Jantz. I have no idea who J.A. Jantz is.
Just Jantz 2019.
That's right. Sins of the Father against Sins of the Father. Yeah. Let's see. Climbing the thing. So, yeah. How we ended it. You see the Wyrm's wife. What is your reaction?
so I'm the one that saw it, right?
Yeah, you're the one that saw it as Evalia and Rickett started walking into the ship.
I believe I'm still skinning the death dog.
Yabo is skinning the dead dog, yes.
Yes, he is. Okay.
The dead death dog.
Ah,
Yeah, the dead
there it
death
is.
dog. With
Wait.
2 heads.
Wait.
Alliteration.
Okay.
Cut
Wait,
the take,
this-
roll it back, run it again.
Oh my god.
It's going swimmingly so far.
We love you. Sorry.
Wait, don't go in there yet. This is the Wyrm's wife.
What? What is it? Where?
Come here. And I just gesture at the place where it says the title of the boat. I don't know what that's called.
I run over to stand next to Vartash. I almost forgot your name. I run over to stand next to Vartash and look at the title, the name of the ship.
Yes. Whichever word that is, yes.
Yeah, whatever you call that.
Audience, let us know what that word is.
Please let us know in the comments below while you leave us a review on iTunes.
Thanks, live stream.
Yeah. Can we get a definition chat?
Someday we
Yeah.
will become a Twitch live stream.
There you go.
All right.
Oh well, what does this mean? That's where our parents. They must be here, right? That's what that means.
But how did the ship get here?
That is a good point. It doesn't seem to be connected to any large bodies of water. It would be very strange for it to have just ended up here.
Yvalia's gonna take a look around, try to see is there, because this is basically like a cave, right? Underground.
What is the word for it? A lagoon?
A lagoon.
It's a lagoon.
So open air.
So it connects to the ocean then, right?
No, it's a cave.
Yeah, it's like a self-contained cylinder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
a self-contained.
it's like Ariel's
climb
grotto.
down into it. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And there's just the broken remains of the worm's wife in the middle of it. Somehow.
It's like Ariel's grotto, but instead of all the tinkers, there's a dead death dog, and that's it.
Yes. That's it.
Just exactly like the Little Mermaid.
There you go.
Yeah. It's like the Grimm Brothers Little Mermaid.
Can I make a survival check to see if death dog meat is edible?
Sure. Yeah, if
do
you
it.
want to.
I wouldn't advise it. It's probably
All right,
toxic.
cool.
Alright, so I know I rolled to heal myself, but I'm gonna roleplay it a little bit.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Was that part of the
Survival.
after party?
Yeah.
19.
Yes. So if you haven't listened to our after party, you won't know about this. But Vartosh rolled with inspiration for his save.
I used my die from the first after party.
So unprepared. I don't even have my spell cards out.
My MVRP point.
19 for the survival, by the way.
19? Well, you know that, like most animals, yeah, it's probably edible. You just want to avoid the glands or sacs. You're not sure of the specifics of it, but whatever secretes that poisonous fluid probably shouldn't eat it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to harvest some meat, and I'm going to try to get some of those poison sacs out of there as well.
So roll me another survival check
Alright,
for
cool.
that.
First roll of the night was a 16.
Yeah,
that's
you have
pretty good.
meat.
It's a good start.
You
Not
you
bad
have
at all.
meat.
And the next one was a 6.
Much
Nine.
worse.
Nine
You
total.
popped.
Oh no!
Yeah, you popped the
That's not good.
gland.
Well, can I get some meat out of there anyway?
Oh yeah, you got the meat out from the first check.
Can I write down like 5 pounds
Sure.
or something?
Yeah. You harvested a good amount.
Good.
Yvalia's gonna try to see if she can figure out how it got here. Like scan the area and try to determine something.
Vartosh, while he's looking at the ship, suddenly just kind of gets lightheaded and stumbles and kind of falls to the ground. He's still conscious, but he just kind of is holding his arm and just fallen to the ground.
Are you okay, Vartesh?
My arm really hurts.
Yeah, it doesn't look so good. It's kind of oozing and secreting some sort of unmentionable.
So it's got like 4 puncture marks, and the inside of the puncture marks are black, and then you can see like black going into the veins, and the veins are visible. So it's like this black arcing vein shape going down my arm.
Gross.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Oh, this isn't good.
Oh God! Oh God! Does Yabo? I think you need to cut off Vartesh's arm.
What?
Bring it to you.
No!
It looks awful. It's gonna kill you.
I think I just need to sleep it off.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Ivalia, give me an investigation check while you're searching around. As all of this is happening.
19.
So, with the way the ship has landed, and you're kind of investigating the remnants of the hull, you don't see, like, on the bottom of it, any, like, scratches or scuffs or, like, drag marks from where it was, like, brought over rough terrain. And kind of how it is angled, it looks like it was almost smashed, like, nose first, like it landed here.
Whenever we left the tentacle realm, we were moved away from the ship, right? Like when we reappeared, the ship was just gone, or it was the ship with us. I can't recall.
When we hit the shore, the ship was wrecked with us.
Oh, okay, flotsam and jetsam all about.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna walk into that ship.
Whenever I see Yabo walking towards it, I remember that I also wanted to investigate it. And so I hustle on over there.
Before I go in, I'm gonna turn around and say, "Hey, did you know this is the ship? That's the one."
Yes.
And then I walk inside.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm coming.
Yuvalia is gonna go check on Vartosh now. Like, now that she's determined
So
the important thing.
right.
Yeah.
So Vartosh just kind of rips a piece of his sleeve off and ties it tightly around his arm, and then just starts to head into the ship with the others.
Are you sure you don't want to, like, rest a minute? Sit down?
I'm fine. We need to find out what's going on.
Okay. All right, let's go.
All right, what is in this bad boy?
Yes. You see scattered remains of crates and other means of shipping cargo, barrels and whatnot. And you see scattered across the ground various remains of, like, rotten fruit, old stale spices. This is the first thing you notice, just kind of scattered around right near the entrance where you guys walk in.
How long does it seem like this stuff has been here, based on by the rot of the vegetables and fruits?
What kind of check would that be?
Survival?
Nature?
Nature? To know the, like, process of
Rot.
rot in fruit.
Rot.
Or a
Roll a rot.
Yeah.
or a religion
Yes.
Orcus check.
Give me a rot check.
I would say probably just a wisdom check, honestly.
I ain't got none of that.
He's trying to use something he's got.
Am I wrong?
I would just say it's an investigation check, but it's whatever you want to do, Jackson.
We'll go with a survival check.
Yes.
I will allow.
No.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. 6.
Oh, it's rotten. Yeah.
Oh, good.
All right,
Yeah.
I can't eat that.
Well, at least we know that.
It is probably not edible.
Yeah, it's safe to say. Not like my death dog meat.
What's the light situation in here?
It's kind of dim, but seeing as how the ship is cracked open, the light from outside does shine into it. It's just kind of dim.
Is there a clear and defined, this is where people on the ship abide? Like some cabins or staterooms?
Just real quick, Vartosh, how big was the Wyrm's wife? How successful was it? Of a ship?
Big.
Big. Okay, yeah, so there are cabins and stuff.
I'm saying, like, probably a below deck storage compartment, and then, like, probably a medium sized living quarters area with a couple of different rooms, and then, like, the captain's quarters on the deck.
Okay. So that's what the ship looks like.
Your traditional frigate.
Yeah.
Rickett is going to pull out his wand and say, "Litany!" and cast light to kind of illuminate the hold a little bit.
I'm so excited for
All
that
right.
sound effect every
I
time.
know, it's just like, I just heard it.
I haven't heard it yet.
It's good.
I'm gonna go poke around in that living quarters area. Specifically looking for anything of my father's.
Okay. Yes. So you guys make your way through the lower storage deck up to the living quarters, kitchen, all of that stuff. And Yabo, you said you were looking for anything from your father?
Just like evidence that he had been here, or just anything that jumps out at me.
Okay. Yeah. So give me an investigation check.
I'm so bad at those, it hurts my soul.
Rickett,
Intelligence is a dump stat.
Oh no! I got a 1.
Rickett is supposed to be a very investigative boy, and he has done like no investigating this whole podcast. So I would also like to do some.
I've rolled.
detective
I've
work.
rolled 5 things that I'm like not good at already this episode, and I'm the only one who's rolled anything. So get in there.
Yuvalia's gonna investigate you.
Yeah. Okay. So
Vartosh is going directly to the captain's quarters. Also, he would know this ship very well.
Yeah. You got a 1.
Oh
A natty 1. A clean 1.
no. Oof.
It's just an investigation check, so you don't.
I know.
Nothing
I'm just disappointed.
immediately stands out to you,
You
as
find
you're just
nothing.
searching around.
Just more rot.
I got a 16.
Yes, you find rot.
Where are you searching? Are you searching more in like just the open living quarters, like kitchen area, or like into the rooms themselves, like the cabins?
Yeah, into the cabins.
Okay. So searching around, you do. Is that a 12 or a 3?
It's supposed to be a 21.
Oh, a 21. Okay.
Neither.
See, remember when this happened in our game where I held up my hands with numbers and you thought it was a different number than what it
Yes.
was supposed to be?
I do remember that.
No, I think that's actually 6. I see a V and an I.
Or is it 4?
You forgot about my thumb.
Mine thumb.
Mine thumb.
All right, what does this sneaky little investigative bastard find?
Well, we'll start with Evalia.
Yeah.
You do searching around one of the rooms. You poke your head into, and it's unassuming at first, and then you notice in all the wreckage there's just like piles of parchment all over the ground, and then you realize it's sheet music written with notes and everything in your father's handwriting.
Oh, she's gonna pick up every piece of sheet music that's in there and like ruffle through these notes.
Looking through the notes and stuff, doesn't seem to be any kind of clues or anything. It just seems to be like different thoughts that just entered his head, or comments like maybe go for a vibrato here. Just notes on the songs themselves. And then you see something like glints off of the light, and it seems to be under the bed.
Okay.
And as you reach down, and like it's pretty far towards the wall, and your hand touches something cold
Oh
and
no.
metallic.
Oh, okay.
Cold and wet.
That's right. We're already being like, your parents are dead. You're welcome.
You reach into his eviscerated stomach.
End of podcast. You found
And you're
them.
scarred forever.
My parents are dead and we're stranded on
Okay.
an island. Yay!
I'm gonna grab that thing. I'm gonna pull it out.
You pull out this very fancy, ornate, silver rapier that you recognize was your father's.
Oh no. Well, he wouldn't have left his rapier. Probably.
Yabo's just gonna get frustrated and say, "Let me know if you find anything. I'm going to go check in the kitchen."
Yabo finds more rotten fruit
Oh.
with his 1. All right, little boy wizard with your 21.
Yes, that's me.
You peek and start poking around one of the other cabins that your party is not interfering in. You notice that the one you go into is just filled with books, just everywhere, lining the floor, stacked on the bed, just piles on the floor, all over the place.
Oh my. All these books in such disuse and disrepair.
I start picking them up, kind of checking the titles, fixing the binding a little, putting them back the way they are and making like a neat little stack. But as I do, I'm kind of checking what's inside the books, what's written on the books.
You see there's just different mystery novels, fiction novels, more of just leaning into like arcane research and study of the thaumaturgical arts, and more just books about practices of magic.
Are they titles I would recognize?
They are books that you have seen before in the study of your home. They are just books you have read before.
I think these belong to my father. This must have been his cabin. He must have been staying here.
Is there anything else besides the books? Anything in the books?
Yes. So, thumbing through one of the books, you see a couple of rolled up parchments fall across the floor as you knock them over from the piles of books. And as you pick them up and start looking over them, you notice there are runes and sigils, some kind of arcane writing, and it seems to have 3 distinct spells on this scroll. Are you ready to write these down?
I'm so ready, Daddy.
Okay, thank you.
Detect rot.
I'm so ready, spell Daddy.
Dungeon Daddy.
Oh god.
It's a very different podcast.
A scroll. You have, for item's sake, a scroll of Unseen Servant.
Ooh. Good one.
A scroll of Identify. And a scroll of Expeditious Retreat.
Ooh.
A scroll of expedited shipping.
A scroll of Amazon Prime 2-day shipping.
Ricket has next day air shipping.
You can get a $1 credit for a digital item though if you opt not to use it.
Oh my gosh, the spells.
His eyes like light up behind his glasses, and he immediately squats down on the floor, lays out the scrolls in front of him, throws his book in front of him, and like just starts scratching in the spells. He is not going to finish, and I fully well know that.
Yeah.
But Ricket is totally ensconced and obsessed with now transcribing all of these spells.
I'm imagining him like the
word.
glasses protagonist of an anime. The eyes are all just lights, like lit over, and he's just frantically writing.
And you see, like, in the background, like, all the formulas and arcane sigils, like, floating back behind his head and stuff.
But he's writing so, like, aggressively, it looks like light from
Yes.
Death Note.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
While he's,
viciously hitting the paper.
While he's intent on getting that down from the kitchen area, there's just a crash of pots and pans. Ah! There was a rat!
So, cut to Vartosh. You were going up to the captain's quarters?
Yes, directly there.
Okay. As you're going up, you realize there aren't any bodies. Yeah.
Good.
So, they didn't die.
Good.
And so you make your way, open the door, swing open to the captain's quarters. It's a lot less clean and put together than you remember it.
Yeah.
Tables flipped. Furniture is just smashed and scattered across the room. And you see there's a large chest that's still closed. It's not broken apart like most of the things, kind of like slammed against some of the broken furniture in the corner of the room.
Okay. As I open the door, I kind of like lean against the wall for a second and grab my arm and just kind of shiver a minute. And then I continue in. So I'll go to the chest and try to open it.
It is locked.
Well, lucky me. I'm gonna use my thieves' tools.
Do that.
I think I have thieves' tools.
Simple lock should be no problem.
I have
for-
thieves' tools.
For
Okay.
a thief.
18.
Oh yeah, so this lock is not a problem at all. You very quickly pull out your tools, stick the, bits in there, and just lock just pops off. You swing the chest open, and you see there's a number of clothing, some papers, and then as you're shifting through, you see what looks to be like a more important kind of paper. It's still like wrapped and has like some kind of stamp on it. You'd recognize this as the stamp of the Port Authority.
Well, I'm gonna take that.
Well, as you pick that up, you see something else sticking out from under some of the clothing, and you see the end of, like, the barrel of a pistol.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Damn it,
yeah.
I thought he was gonna get, like,
yeah.
eaten by a mimic or something.
It's a mimic. The gun is a mimic.
Oh god, I would be so mad.
And it shoots mimics.
No!
They're just little
terrifying.
mosquitoes. Just little mosquito
This
sized.
turned into
mimics.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit real quick.
I know. Okay. Well, I pocket the
The document.
document.
Yes.
So I pocket that, and then I pick up the pistol carefully and turn the barrel away from me.
Yes. You've had some training in basic trigger discipline and whatnot. You know not to point the barrel at yourself.
So, basically, my father showed me his gun, locked it up, showed me, and told me never to use it, and
Yes.
definitely never to pull the trigger.
Yes.
So there we go. That's what I know about guns.
Holding this one, you can tell that it is smaller than the one he showed you before.
Okay. All right. Well, I grab the little thing. I kind of tuck it into my waistband. I guess that's all that's in here.
That's everything of importance. Unless you'd like to search around.
I mean, I'd like to search the desk and stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Give me an investigation check.
-1, 6.
6. You don't find anything of note
Yeah.
as you hear the clanging of pots and pans from
I will
the lower
head
deck.
toward the kitchen, to where the noise is coming from.
And you walk down and you see just from behind a counter, you don't see Yabo, but you hear him angrily muttering, and you see pots and pans flying and just scattered across the floor.
Okay. Oh, did I find any ammunition with that gun? Or
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're using that, right?
Yes.
Cool. I'm assuming one bundle.
Yes.
Okay.
One, like, just a pouch of bullets and whatnot.
Can I fire ball bearings from a pistol?
So, Vartosh is, playing airsoft now.
Yeah,
He's just shooting little
it's a little airsoft
BBs.
gun. It's
Beep,
fine.
beep. Yeah. It just takes you, for the one airsoft pellet, you just load, pack the powder down, one BB.
Yes.
I'm gonna stand up with a sack of moldy potatoes in my hand, shake them out onto the floor.
Gross.
There's nothing here. They have long gone. Or the food is rotten. It was like they were never even here, actually. I'm going to wait outside.
So Yabo's doing that. Rickett has encompassed himself in his notes and writing and
Yeah,
scribbles.
Rickett is gone to the world. He has faded away.
What has Ivalia been doing after searching through her father's room?
Probably looking in other cabins just for any kind of clue as to anything that happened.
You search through a number of the other cabins and don't find much use. Most of them seem to be semi-broken, like furniture, and just papers scattered all over, nothing of importance as you rifle through them. And then you open the door to one of the last cabins you haven't searched. And you do see, unlike the other rooms, this one isn't so much just bare as it seems to be. There's a number of furs, leathers, that sort of thing, just kind of like rolled up in bundles that have just now been scattered across the floor in whatever wreck happened. You see there are some furs and stuff draped on something, and you see near the bottom, like resting on the floor, seems to be this large stone, almost, with a very familiar looking like eagle symbol on it.
Evalia's gonna like lean back out into the hallway, or I guess it's a hallway. Lean back out into the hallway and yell, "Yabo! Yabo, come on now! I think I found your dad's room."
There's nothing on there! Yabo muttering and spitting about. Fine. I will go back on the road ship. Stepping, coming back in. There's nothing on this ship. I do not know what you are talking about. And as I follow her, my eyes fall on it. Oh.
Typical man. Can't find anything right in front of your face.
Well, maybe if you didn't move it from where I put it down last. Too real.
Way too real.
Hello friends, welcome to episode 6 of Sins of the Father. I'm your Dungeon Master, Jackson Chandler. Just a couple things to go over before we get back to the episode. I'd like to announce we have a new Patreon backer by the name of Tony Bogus. Thank you for your support, Tony. We are currently less than $100 away from hitting the $400 tier of our Patreon. Don't forget, if we can hit the $400 a month milestone, we have a special collaboration to thank all of y'all. We're going to do an incredible recording session featuring both the cast of Sins of the Father and the cast of Misconceptions for a crossover event. We're very excited to bring this project to all of you, and if you're as excited as we are, consider supporting our Patreon to get us closer to this goal. If you're unfamiliar with our Patreon, you can donate as little as $1 to $2. But the sweet stuff starts happening at the $5 tier. You'll have access to our unedited episodes 1 week before the fully edited version comes out. And you'll be able to listen to the numerous side quests we record where the crew tests out other systems and has a blast. And don't forget, if you support the podcast and leave us a review on iTunes, copy the text of your review and email it to misconceptionspod@gmail.com to receive a free Sins of the Father decal. That's all for now. Let's get back to the episode.
All right, what is in this pile? What is in his quarters?
Yabo, as you pull away some of these furs and leathers, you reveal, stat-wise, it's a maul. Ooh. It's a large two-handed weapon. But describe how your father's maul looks.
A very thick for a maul, which gives it a little extra weight, but the shaft itself made of very, very old and well-worn oak that has been hardened in the traditional ways. And the top of it is rather simple, but not crude in its construction. But it is decorated with an eagle depiction, and the art style is similar to what's tattooed across Yabo's chest. And I'm gonna keep it. And also all those leathers. Because apparently that's my only currency.
See, everyone else finds gold and electrum.
You have one electrum, you're fine.
I have some gold. I have 13 gold and 1 electrum. And a bunch of pelts.
Nice.
You do have a bunch of felts now, yes.
I'll just put that a bunch. Like a literal bunch. I think that actually makes sense for like the shipping or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A bunch of pills.
Okay. Anything else in there? Any form of journal or maybe a ticket to Disneyland he was bringing home for me?
You do actually find a journal
Ooh.
in the room.
Luckily, I can read barely.
I was gonna say, can y'all read?
This isn't old editions where like barbarians were legitimately illiterate. Like it was one of their class things. They couldn't read.
No, I can read. I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but
So it's a very simple, just leather journal. And as you are thumbing through
I want to
it,
go to the last page.
yes, you opened it to like the first couple of pages, and you realized that it was all semi-water damaged. Whatever was written on here has been smeared and dirtied. It's hard to read or even make out words. And then you flip to the last page, and it's much clearer, and you can actually make out a small bit of the writing on this page near the bottom of it. And it says, "My son, if you find this journal, follow the eagle. It will lead you to me."
I stand up abruptly, shove it in my backpack, and just walk wordlessly out of the ship.
Ah, yes, there
And
was more.
stare up into the sky.
There was more.
Oh, there's
to
more on
that.
the...
There was more to
Sorry.
that.
Sorry, it sounded conclusive. Okay.
The demons have wrecked our ship ashore this wretched island, so we must travel further in to find a way out. That's the end of it.
Okay, well, instead of utterly silent, I am going to stand up abruptly and walk directly out of the ship saying, I knew those demons were up to no good. I would put a spear in every single one I can find. And just stuff like that as I walk out.
So Yuvalia, who let him in there and was kind of like watching him do all of this, is just totally confused, doesn't know what he read, and just like,
Demons? What are you talking about?
and just follows him out.
You saw him just wrap up all of the furs and stuff around the room and take every single one of them he could find. And then this very large hammer? It's huge, and there's no way any of y'all should be able to lift it, as he just hefts it up and slings it over his shoulder and just walks out.
What?
Muttering about demons.
Nice.
From the outside, distantly through the hull, is here. No! Hey! No!
And you hear in the distance, eagle. Yes.
There's the sound effect.
Now I don't have to go look for it.
Alright, as Yabo comes out of the room, Vartosh is kind of just like holding himself up with the wall, clutching his arm, shivering, he's sweating, his copper scales have kind of darkened, and he quickly composes himself as he sees Yabo. He's like, did you find anything?
A few things, but then you do... Oh, is this as I'm leaving, or did you come outside?
It'd be like as you're walking out of the ship.
Oh, okay. I did find a few things, but I need to find Nunu.
Who's Nunu?
It's my eagle. Well, he is not my eagle. He is an eagle. Anyway,
Okay.
it's complicated. Keep walking.
Did he just say eagle?
I don't know. I'm very confused.
Does Nunu come down to me? Is he actually around?
Oh yeah, as Vartosh Navalia, you see him walking out just shouting this. You see an eagle like perch on his arm.
What? Where did that come from?
He's always around. Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
Anywhere I have ever gone, Nunu is always not too far. He does not always come when I call him, but he is always nearby.
Right then.
I just imagine the two of them just seeing this and just being like gaping at him like, what?
As he's explaining it, he's cutting off with his paring knife, with his skinning knife, little chunks of death dog meat and feeding it to him.
Nice.
All right, well, Nuno. Father told me that I needed to follow you. Do you know where you are going? I do not want to wander around. Okay, we shall see. We both know I am the better tracker, but Father says to follow you. So, show me where to go. And I lift him into the air.
You see Nunu circles a couple times before heading further into the island.
All right. I'm going to climb up out of this lagoon grotto thing
Yes.
and try to follow.
Okay.
Where's Ricket?
Yeah, you see Yabo start just climbing up the walls and making his way towards where the eagle flew.
Turn around from like 10 or 20 feet up. Are you coming? We have to follow Nuno.
Yeah, where's Ricket?
I don't know. We have to follow Nuno.
As he's still climbing.
I love how he gets distant, and it's great. It's so funny.
Yuvalia's gonna turn around, go back into the ship, and go find Ricket.
So you kind of look around, you don't see him, and then you try to open the door to the cabin you're pretty sure you saw him walk into, and it like stops a portion of the way open. It just hits something.
Ricket, are you in here?
Are you shoving your face through the crack?
That's me doing it.
I love it.
For the listener, I have picked up the player's handbook and I'm using it as though it's the door to peek around.
This is why we need a Twitch stream, guys.
You wedge your face into the door jamb and you just see like Ricket with his back hunched over turned to you, and it's a very anime thing. Like you see like the mumble lines coming out of his mouth, like he's just feverishly scribbling the spell down into his spell book, completely oblivious.
And yeah, Ricket, you're sitting there and you're trying to focus, and then you seem to almost get distracted for a second, and then you just hear very way off in the distance, Ricket, are you in here? Just like echoing from very far away.
I pay it no mind. It is not as important as this spell.
So you see Ricket does not even acknowledge your existence as you're shouting at him.
She's gonna... How much space is there? Like, how far did this door open?
There's enough space that you could probably squeeze through into the room.
Oh, she's gonna suck it in and squeeze right through.
You just slide into the room.
Suck it in.
And go up to him and just grab him by the shoulder.
Ricket!
What?
I turn around very suddenly.
What is it?
We gotta go. Yabo's leaving.
Oh.
He's following an eagle or something. I don't know.
Did we find any clues?
The eagle? I have no idea. But we all found stuff from our dad, so we know they were all here.
Yes, I found some scrolls, some magic. I'm sure you're not interested.
And I start to roll up the scrolls and stuff them into my bag. And then I look at just this tower of books that I created.
I wish I could take each and every one of you, but I will choose you.
And I take out the one from the bottom, and I like yank it, and all the books go tumbling down.
Let's be off then.
So she whips around and basically just like power walks out of the room, out of the ship.
We have to follow Nuno.
He's up there. Yabo is very far away.
Oh my gosh.
Ricket, can you climb?
Yeah. What?
Can you climb, Ricket?
I can try. My little hands.
I walk over to the grotto wall and I try to climb.
So Vartosh has been outside this whole time. He has not started climbing yet.
Yeah, he's just hanging out,
He's just kind of standing at the bottom
kind of slumped against the wall.
a little bit. He's
Just
making it look like
watching.
he's just leaned against it casually.
He's just casually watching Yabo just climb up the wall.
I'll follow. You guys go ahead.
You got this?
I'm fine. Just I'll be right behind you.
All right.
Ricket looks back from where he has climbed a full 2 inches up the wall.
You don't look very well. Maybe we should make camp.
Let's get up this wall, then we'll talk about it.
All right, very well.
As I'm getting close to the top, I want to turn around.
Maybe it would have been a good idea to get a piece of rope. Vartosh, grab some rope.
What is he saying? I can barely hear him.
Get some rope.
Didn't we lose our rope?
Yes.
Yeah, I lost my rope. It was at the top of the hole.
I don't think I have rope. I don't think scholars get rope.
Wait, is he climbing up out of the hole?
He is, yes.
Yeah, that boy gone.
Okay, so once he gets to the top, he can grab my rope.
Yeah, so
Yes, I could.
Yabo, you do see the rope from earlier is still there, just over on another side of the air,
No.
the cliff.
No, before you start climbing, go in and get it. No, never mind.
And use that to start climbing, hopefully much easier.
Yes, as there is a rope.
Ricket, use the rope.
Okay.
Now we have to climb up to the rope though, because the whole problem was that it wasn't long enough. So
Yep.
Yeah, I climb up to the rope.
If you do it slowly, there's no check.
Ricket goes very slowly.
Yabo gets excited and starts boogieing up that rope.
Ricket, if you would like to take 20, you can reach the rope.
I'm taking 20. He's having bad flashbacks of crawling out that window from the archives.
Crawling out the window from the archives, diving out of the sewer drainage pipe.
Yeah, he's having post-traumatic flashbacks to every physical activity he's had to do.
that's a lot.
He is a waif of a
That
boy.
time I tried to hop the garden wall. Evalia's heading up. She's behind Ricket, trying to make sure that if he falls, maybe
Just
she
in
can catch
case.
him. Yeah.
You are behind Ricket, and he is taking forever.
Yeah, he crawls up and he kind of scrunches his body up and kind of wiggles his butt a little bit before he jumps and grabs the next thing and pulls himself up to that, wiggles his butt a little bit, and then jumps to the next thing and grabs it. Just taking sweet time.
But he's doing it.
How high up is the bottom of the rope?
Yes. I don't remember.
A narrative's length.
There's a 50-foot rope. I don't know how tall you made
Yes.
this hole.
What was it? It was like... It wasn't that far. It wouldn't
like
take you long to climb up.
75
Yeah.
feet. So 25 feet to
I
the
j-
bottom of the rope.
The thing I remember from that is Yabo running and jumping,
Uh-huh.
and then Ricket falling, and then
Yep.
Feather fall to reach the bottom.
Yep.
But yeah,
that was
it's not a hard climb to reach the rope where it is now.
that. Gotcha.
As you finally see Ricket grab the rope,
Nice.
and everyone climbs their way to the top. Vartosh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going almost as slow as Ricket. Like every pull is my scales get darker and I start sweating more.
And you all are at the top. Yabo, are you waiting for everyone?
Yes, impatiently
Okay.
pacing at the top.
Okay. So everyone makes their way to the top, and you are greeted with a disgruntled Yabo.
Come on, we have to follow the eagle.
What eagle are we following? Where are we going?
The only eagle around here, Nunu.
Who is Nunu?
And I don't know where Nunu is going, or I would not need to follow Nunu. My father told me that I need to follow the eagle, and it will take me where I need to go. So that is what I intend on doing.
Do you think that our other fathers are there?
I don't know. Did they say in their journal to follow the eagle?
I didn't find any journals. I just found magical scrolls.
Well, that hardly sounds useful. Ricket?
I assure you, it'll be very useful. I just need a few hours and much more gold than I have.
Okay, we do not have a few hours. Nunu is not a patient eagle.
There are patient eagles and impatient eagles.
That is a good question. I have only met one, and he is not a patient.
I found this, and I pull out the rolled up parchment with the stamp. I don't know if we should open it though.
Well, that is obviously a clue.
It's stamped with the seal of the Port Authority.
At this point, I couldn't care less about a port authority.
Well, that is quite crass, but I agree. We must indulge our curiosities.
You're probably right. So I kind of pull the seal up a little bit and open it.
And you see there are bits of the writing that have been smudged out, and you make out a couple of lines of the document itself. You see, have been contracted to complete this quest, and then a list of names. You see Yarba of Uyoya, Gragnim Ironsnout, Rickard Covingdale, Louis Santiago, Latalio Josimal. It's a weird last name. I'll get it eventually. And Arden Solkar. And then you see another, like, stamp of the Port Authority's insignia and a signature at the bottom. It's one of those doctor's style insignias that is just a scribble.
Gotcha.
I dig it.
Well, all your father's names are on here, but mine's not.
What? Could I allow me, please?
He just hands it over.
Oh, fascinating. Yabo, your father's name is on here. I would assume Yarba is your father.
Yes.
But who are these others?
Latalio's my dad.
Oh.
Do I recognize any of those names that aren't the others?
Yes, two of them, Gragnim Ironsnout and Louis Santiago, are, as you recall, members, like, veteran crew members of the Wyrm's Wife.
Okay.
But the name Arden Solkar, you've never heard before.
I'm looking over Ricket's shoulder and I point at the two names that I know. I'm like, well, they've been on my father's ship for a long time, but this one, I don't know this one.
Do I know it?
You have not, no. As you rack your brain of all the documents you've read, it does not sound familiar to you either.
I've never stumbled across this name in my investigation so far. This is a very important clue. This person could be the connecting thread that drew all our fathers together.
Possibly.
But that doesn't answer the question. I mean, there's other crew members on here, but the captain himself wasn't on this list, right?
Oh, that is strange.
I forgot to say his name.
Oh, look!
Oh, you did.
I have it written down and everything. It's the one I missed in the list.
Oh, wait, my thumb was covering up a name.
That's funny. It was a list of a lot of weird names, so that's fair.
Yeah, your thumb was covering the name.
Retcon! Oh, there's my father's name. Okay, that makes more sense. I guess we don't know where to go, so...
As you hear in the distance, an eagle.
Yeah. I guess we follow the eagle.
It does seem to be our best clue right now.
I mean, we don't know where else to go.
What time is it?
It is as you are having this conversation, you notice that the sun is starting to set, and it is beginning to become nighttime.
All right.
Nunu! Nunu! Can you wait till tomorrow?
You see...
Nunu!
Nunu just starts kind of circling in the sky.
Oh, okay. I think Nunu can wait till tomorrow. It is not good to try to run through an unfamiliar terrain in the dark.
Yes, we should probably... He kind of lists and passes out and falls backward.
Oh no, who's next to him?
I'm gonna try to catch him.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah. Roll a strength.
Yeah.
Why?
Another natural one.
Yvalia's gonna try too. I'm assuming she's pretty close.
Wait,
to
you rolled a
making
what?
close.
Another natural one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I rolled a 1 too.
A sickening smack as his skull smack.
Yeah. You all, as Vartosh is talking, you see him start swaying. His eyes kind of start to droop, and then he just falls forward. And you both like instinctually reach out, and you both just miss him completely. Like, don't even catch his sleeve, and he just hits the ground.
Yvalia's gonna immediately go to him and like flip him over and just like look at his face to make sure like he doesn't have like a big knot on it or something.
Rickett looks up from the letter he's been reading.
She's like such a mommy. Like she just like takes care of everybody.
Kinda, yeah.
After missing Yabo.
Rickett looks up from the letter
Probably
he's
feel
been
that
reading.
in the morning.
What happened?
Do not worry, Rickett. Rickett, do you have a tent?
A tent? No, I have a blanket, and we could make
Okay.
like a little sticks and prop it up, I guess.
No. Maybe. Hold on. And he just runs and starts to shimmy back down the rope.
Okay.
While he's doing that,
Huh?
I don't know. While he's doing that, Yvalia's gonna Does he have a knot or anything, or does he look like he's hurt at all because of that fall?
No, it's like dirt, so it was just kind of like his face is a little dirty now, but
okay.
He didn't like hit his head on a rock or anything.
Okay, good.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
With 2 rolled 1s, it could have happened.
2 ones, you both reach out to grab him, and with the force of it, you just like throw him off the cliff.
I thought about having myself pass out on the rope and fall, but
Really want Rickett to use Featherfall?
nah.
That is a good get out of jail free card.
It really is. It's so good.
I can use it 2 more times today.
I was about to say if he has the spell slots for it.
Does Featherfall have to be a willing creature?
Good question.
Because if I'm unconscious, I'm not willing.
But you're not willing.
Consent, sir.
Consent.
No means no.
Yabo scrambles back up the rope, peeks over the top. Rickett,
Yes.
can you make me slow fall again?
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay, good, let's go.
Did he let go?
Yeah, I let go.
It does not specify. They don't have to be willing.
That's just good knowledge to have.
Yeah.
I run over to the edge, but this time I take care not to trip over my feet
Yes.
and fall into the pit. And I reach down with my wand into the pit and say, oh gosh, where's it at?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Nos ma winum!
And I cast Featherfall on Yabo, and 3 little spectral feathers of blue coloration start to circle around Yabo, and he falls gently to the ground.
Thank you, Rickett.
You're welcome. Just a little more warning.
You got it, Rickett!
As he's slowly floating down.
All right. Once I get down there, what I'm going to be doing is trying to find like a big piece of sail and gather up some rope, maybe some bits of timber and whatnot. Just what I can find what I know I would need to make a makeshift tent.
Okay, yeah.
And grabbing some bedding, because I don't have any.
Okay, yeah, it's easy enough. There was a large ship crashed here, so there's plenty of supplies around as you dig through and grab everything you need.
Okay, then I'm gonna walk back to the wall, start to climb up and stop and go,
Excuse me, Ricket.
Ricket pops his head back over the lip.
Yeah, what?
Can you make me go up?
No. I can only make you go down?
No. Can you bring me up somehow? I don't want to climb again.
I can hold the rope.
And he grabs the rope with his little spindling irons.
That's okay. I'll be up in a minute.
Okay, sorry.
Yabo, you make your way back up without the help of Ricket.
alright, I'm gonna start putting together that makeshift tent.
Yeah.
I have a tent in my pack. It's only a 2-man tent, though. But you don't know that.
It doesn't take long. You've built these before. You make a makeshift tent.
Cool. I'm also gonna build a fire.
You grabbed timber and whatnot. Or tinder.
I can help with this.
Once he has the fire all collected, I run up very eagerly and flick my wand and say, "Ignim!" And I cast...
As I'm leaning down to blow in it with my face right.
And I cast Firebolt on the timber.
What? Big, burst of flame. Yabo, as you start to gently blow on the embers.
Yabo has no eyelashes.
Ricket looks at Yabo, very proud and happy.
It kind of knocks you back a little bit.
Yavalia stands up and is like, "What are you doing?
I
can't keep you alive, can I? All of you are doing things to hurt yourselves. Stop it!"
Ricket was looking very joyful and happy. He helped, and then he turns a scared a deer caught in the headlights, looking at Ivalia.
I was just lighting the fire.
You could have set him on fire.
It is okay, Ricket, I appreciate the help, but maybe a little more subtle next time.
Oh, sure.
You should have told him to give him more warning.
I'm gonna start skewering up some death dog meat and roasting it.
Yavalia just looks frazzled. They're all being idiots. I can't stop it.
Hey, I'm sick. I'm not an idiot.
Just flops down next to the fire and just crosses her arms.
I have plenty here for everyone. If you are hungry, let me know. I will cook
Is
some
this
up for you.
sanitary? It looks questionable to me.
It probably will not taste very good. I can probably agree there, but it is a meal nonetheless, and I do not think it will make you sick.
Sure, why don't we just eat the death dog meat? What else could happen? We could light each other on fire. We could fall on our faces.
She's just so frustrated.
Ivalia, why don't you come sit by the fire? Play me a song.
She huffs, pulls her lute around, and just starts playing this very calming melody, trying to calm her nerves.
Play a very nice, soothing song as sitting around the fire.
Careless whisper.
Sitting around the fire, Yavo cooking the meat. Ivali is playing the song. Ricket is back to his scrolls and notes, scribbling in them by the firelight until the last bit of light is gone. And Vartosh is collapsed. Very sweating, very light breathing. It's labored.
Well, we should probably take a look at that one. It does not look to be doing too well. Ricket.
Yes.
Ricket!
What? Yeah?
Stop looking at the books. The dragon boy is dying.
He's dying?
I'm gonna touch his forehead.
It's
Blazing hot.
As soon as Yabo says that Vartash is dying, Rickett like throws his stuff down and
Oh no! I read about this in Companions on another plane. Everyone, stand back!
and he starts slapping his chest with his hands, and he opens up like his little dragon snout and goes to breathe into it.
End of episode. Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Next episode will be released on April 6th. Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Sins of the Pod. If you need to contact us, you can send us an email to misconceptionspod@gmail.com. Sins of the Father is only possible thanks to y'all, so we'd appreciate it if you would spread the word about our show if you enjoy it. If you're feeling generous, you can always donate to us through our Patreon page. However you decide to help out, we greatly appreciate it. Sins of the Father is an actual play podcast using the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition role-playing game by Wizards of the Coast. The Sins of the Father theme song is composed by Aaron Wharton. You can find more of his work at aaronwharton.net. Sins of the Father is a part of the Misconceptions Podcast Network. That about covers it for now, and as always, keep rolling crits. Please hold.
Please hold.
Please enjoy the music while your party is reached. Hello. No one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Please note that we value your time. You are important to us.
Your feedback is important to us. Would you mind staying on the line after the call to answer a quick 5-minute survey? Press 1.
All of our technicians are currently on the line with other customers.
The estimated wait time is 52
The estimated wait time
minutes.
is more than 20 minutes.
Thank you for
Have you tried going online? You can manage your account with the click of a button.
I never knew Jacob was that lady on the phone.
I know.
It all makes sense now.
That lady on the phone and also that man on your parents' answering machine.
What?
He's so versatile.
My dad's was always like this 65-year-old sounding, hello, no one is available to take your call.
I'm
Please
Tom
leave a
Brokaw,
message.
and no one's available to take your call right now.
Listen, see? No one's going to pick up the phone, so you might as well stop calling.
Yeah, there's no one to pick up the phone right now. Yeah, you say.
Hey, Faye, what are
Ah, yes.